So in this next video of my series of 2022 goals, I'm going to be talking about my property or real estate goals for people outside of the UK. They may know property as real estate. So I have 6 main goals for 2022 for real estate or property investment. The first goal is to buy 2 investment properties, and that is I want to buy 2 buy-to-let investment properties in England and have them start to generate income. The sub goal for this is to do the renovation and to make sure that we get the right tenants in and build a kind of model for that. That leads me to number 2, which is building a cash flow model for these buy-to-let investments. They're not going to make money themselves. We have to build the value into the properties and we have to generate the interest and the demand to a certain extent. 2022 is my chance. My goal is to develop this model, because if it works for 2, it could hopefully work for 20. So that's my main goal. The third thing, which is linked to the first 2 goals for my property goals for 2022, is I want to build a brand within property. There are a lot of people in the property world who they get involved in property, they buy a couple of properties, but they don't necessarily think about the long term, about scale. And I think the key to scale in my mind, as someone that does marketing as my main profession for Facebook or Meta, is what I've learned is building a brand makes a difference. And I think with property, I want to build something that's scalable so that basically if I can do well with these 2 investment properties and build something that I can repeat on and then grow and scale in the locations that we've chosen, but also potentially elsewhere. The fourth goal that I'm going to endeavour to achieve for property investment in 2022 is I want to start doing JVs, that's joint venture partnerships, in the property world. What does that mean? Well, the fourth tip is actually getting where we can give some money to a JV partner. We've located a successful builder who is looking for investment to build properties in the UK, developments. And we want to fund some of those or help fund some of those. And we're not putting in huge amounts of capital. It's a small amount of capital, but for me and my business partner, it's testing the water where we're giving capital to somebody else to do some of the work, whereas normally we're doing a lot of the work. And that leads us on to the other type of JV partnership, which is the goal for number 5, which is to start JV partnerships where we do the work and we source capital from friends and family and that kind of business and business partners. So that's where we do the work. So they're likely not to be new builds. They're likely to be hopefully very similar properties to the first 2 that I mentioned that we're planning to do in 2022. But in this case, we'll share the profits with JV partners. So that's goal number 5. And goal number 6 is to do with mortgages. And for me, that's correlated with kind of risk for property investment. The biggest risk is managing your debt or my debt. And in this case, with lots of properties with 2 buy-to-lets and 2 residential properties, one with a business partner and one with my romantic partner, my fiance, it's going to mean that my debts are going to be fairly high. This is fairly normal for property investment in the first couple of years. Once rents come in, especially inflation actually pushes up the price of rents. So once rents come up and you start to pay down debt over years or decades, then that equation, debt versus equity, really just change over time. So I'm not 100% concerned or worried about the debt, but what I am planning to do, and it's part of my goal for 2022, is to fix the mortgages. That will just give me a little bit more confidence and security that some of those risks are being well managed. And the split of those fixed rate mortgages likely to be 2 repayment mortgages for the residentials and 2 interest only for the buy-to-let investments. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing my 2022 goals. Again, if you're watching this in the future, you'll be able to know if I've achieved any of these goals. If you've got any 22 goals or goals for the future, if you're watching this in the future, then let me know what your goals are for this year and next year in the comments section. I really enjoy making these videos. If you've got any videos that you would like me to make, let me know in the comment section below as well. And remember that knowledge is power, especially the right kind of knowledge, and progress is everything. I'll see you guys in the next video. And the next chapter for this goals series, if you like, is on my YouTube goals. So stay tuned for that one.